Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Birdie coming at you fast with another in-depth hero guide. And today we are going to be looking at Captain Crunch, Crunch Tyson, Crunchy Balboa, Al Crunchio, and all the names you can come up with for this guy. We're going to be looking at him. We're going to be talking about how to slot him, how to play him, some strats that you can use in team fights, and specifically, uniquely to this hero, we're going to actually be talking about some awesome combos, one to use what kinds of combos, and how to use them to your best advantage. So let's start off with his role, okay? So he can either jungle or solo lane, but most people prefer him in solo lane. Okay, since you're just gonna see a lot more solo lane gameplay with this guy, I decided to show you some jungling gameplay with him just to show you the difference. But mostly, there are better junglers than him, and he is better in solo lane due to the fact that his ganking ability is not as great as, let's say, Grux's or Chimera's, where you can, have some sort of CC like a root or a pull or a stun right off the bat. You kind of have to land your ult combo in order to be able to do that. But I still managed to gank successfully here, help out my teammates, deal some damage, because he is pretty good at burst damaging when you use the right abilities, of course. And he's great. I mean, I really like him. He's lots of fun to play. He's definitely a high skill-based hero, and he's tons of fun to play, but also tricky. You gotta know how to do it. He's not as straightforward as, like, Greystone, for example. So, let's get into the basics with him. So, his highest damaging attack is his left crunch ability, or his square in this gameplay. So, I usually slot that first. If I'm laning, I always like to start with the escape first, so I like slotting the R1, or his dash first. It's right-click on mouse. And that just helps him run away if he's getting ganked. It also helps him chase down enemies if they're running away from him. Then, as my third ability, I like to slot right crunch because it's another good burst of damage, and it's a slow. And then for the fourth level up, you slot the left crunch again, and then at level 5, you slot into your ultimate recrunch, which basically just casts the same ability that you just used again. So you can use that ultimate in a variety of different ways. You could do a lot of burst damage by using his left crunch twice in a row. You could do a good amount of CC by using his right crunch twice in a row, and you can cover a lot of ground very quickly by using his dash two times in a row. As an escape as well, it works well too sometimes. So you can use any of those abilities 2 times in a row for different kind of engagements and different kind of combos for different situations, and that's going to be the basis of your combo system. Now, let's get into some fighting mechanics besides the first ones that you saw right there. Let's see how he deals with one-on-one engagements and even team fights as we move on into the next part of this gameplay. So but the biggest thing about Crunch is understanding what kind of enemy you're going up against and reserving a combo already in your head to engage that enemy when they're going to be trying to do something. For example, Gideon likes to teleport away, so I save my uppercut as the third attack that I use in order to knock him out of his teleport animation so he can't escape from me. Okay, for those of you who don't know and haven't read at all up on Crunch, his ultimate, every third hit that you do is going to upgrade one of your moves. So his right crunch turns into an uppercut that's actually a knockup, and this knockup can interrupt abilities. So knowing that Gideon was probably going to try and escape using his teleport, I made sure to quickly land a bunch of hits off using my combos to try and build up my knockup to make sure that he couldn't escape. Now, seeing that Crunch here was low on health, seeing that he already used his dash, I just decided to burst him down by using my left crunch right after an auto attack, and if that still didn't kill him, I would have done it again using my ultimate. So that is how you want to figure out which combo is the best combo to use against the enemies that you're fighting. Evaluate the team fight, evaluate the one-on-one confrontation, choose your target, understand how that target plays. For example, if it's a Murdoch, realize that, hey, he has that shield bash and might knock you away, so save your dash for when he knocks you away so you can close in on him again and keep on pounding the shit out of him, because that's just how you play against him, right? If you know that Rampage might be throwing a boulder at your allies, make sure to save your allies by knocking up Rampage before he throws that boulder off, so on and so forth. So with Crunch, it's a bit of a mind game, and it's like a game of chess, really. You have to be able to counter, really, any move that the enemy tries to throw at you, because Crunch does have some good moves to counter some stuff, including his uppercut. So Make sure you keep that in mind. If you want to do a lot of burst damage, go with a combo that involves finishing off with his left crunch. If you want a lot of CC, make sure you finish off with his right crunch. And if you want a mobility boost, make sure you finish off with his dash. Now, let's go a little bit further into the game where we're right about to win to show off again all of these moves in action. So if you guys are wondering on how I build Crunch, I do have my deck build on my YouTube channel already. It's my Beast Builds guide. I will link it down in the description below. You guys can see in depth all 60 CP utilized in that deck because, you know, I don't even... we beat the enemies so quick in this game due to the fact that their Murdoch was DC'd, which is always unfortunate when that happens. But I do have a couple of good instances in this game that shows off Crunch's moves and lets me talk about it, which is why I decided to choose this gameplay. Also, this was probably one of my only jungling gameplays as Crunch, because again, he is preferred in solo lane, but I decided just to show it off a little bit, just to show that diversity. So again, when engaging, also, if you're fighting multiple enemies at once, you usually want to save your left crunch as your final hit in the combo, so you could do 100% cleave damage and just deal a lot of burst damage to closely grouped enemies just like that. So the biggest thing that you guys need to understand with Crunch is that he's a great wave clearer, by the way, with his abilities. Like you guys saw me clearing the jungle, I usually cleared it with left crunch and then re-crunching right after. That usually made a really big dent in the wave or the jungle camps. Also, when fighting enemies, make sure to utilize your knowledge of their weaknesses and their strengths and how those characters usually behave in combat, so you're ready to counter them. For example, countering like a Gideon teleport. And also remember to use as much DPS as you can, because he is a crazy good burst hero. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, make sure you all have a wonderful day.